Since 2008, Logan Archery has competed in NASP, the National Archery in Schools program. Coach Scott Fickle promotes inclusion and excellence, and his execution has been right on target.
A mega MVL matchup demands our attention, and two other conference frontrunners continue their quest for a crown as well. It gets wild this week, and we're here to run it down for you. It's all coming up!
As the air gets colder, we start to find out which teams are truly hot. Tonight, we've got conference clashes, Cavs in Columbus, and the closing to a really cool story.
Tonight, we had 9 teams in playoff position, and the ones that faced them made an upset their mission. We got all conference races, plus Athens County Blitz. And there's a whole lot to recap. The highlights, the hits, the excitement, the stats, the scores, the stories. And you'll see it all next
on Gridiron Glory!
Coach Carbone has a whole lot of honors from his career. But what he doesn't have anymore is Bill Toadvine.
We were best friends socially. We did things together all the time, and our families did. So Bill and I were like, two brothers, really.
Their relationship bloomed in the late 60s as Ohio teammates under the great Bob Wren. 20 years later, it began to boom when Carbone made a very easy hiring decision.
And he always said, if you ever get a head job, I want to be your pitching coach.
The result? More than 500 wins and a pair of MAC championships. The tandem became the perfect package deal at the helm of their alma mater.
We always felt comfortable and wanted to stay here at Ohio University and finish our journey, so to speak.
But Toadvine's journey finished prematurely after he died of lung cancer in 2005. For Carbone, that pain still remains.
If anybody's ever gone through this, they know how tough it is. Very tough. We miss him a lot.
Toadvine is one of 6 Ohio pitchers to ever throw a no-hitter and one of 2 to win a game in the College World Series. But outside of the record books, his memory lives on inside the stadium he helped build and inside the heart of his highly honored best friend.
He would have been real funny about it. He would say, I didn't know you were this great, and we would laugh. He would relish in it because he would know he was a part of it too. I look at that plaque I got from the Hall of Fame as Bill on it too. It was both of us.
Welcome back, News Watchers. I'm Blake Baker. It's tough to beat a team 3 times in a season. Alexander swept Nelsonville York in the regular season, but last night NY had the chance to knock their conference rival out of the postseason. Now, Alexander was hitting early shots, but NY showed some life early. Here's Reese Robson working against Caleb Terry. Up and under, smooth move, tickles the twine. But from there, it was the Spartan show. They made 5 of their first 6 threes, and here's one of them as Cam Riley cans that one. And they just kept it coming, and they shot a whopping 51% in this game against NY. I wish the ref wasn't in the way, and this defender's got to wish he wasn't in Caleb Terry's way. Big man literally rocking the rim. That was a part of a 14-0 run to end the half, and the runs just kept on coming. Here's a 3 from J.K. Kearns, 3 of his 13 points on the night. That put his team up by 30. They went on to win by 36, 78-42, and Alexander's now sectional champs. Now, Ohio's basketball team got a slight change of schedule this weekend. Instead of their previously scheduled Saturday game, the Cats will host Bowling Green tomorrow night. And it's a good change, really, because Ohio gets to play on national TV. CBS Sports Network has the game, and it tips off at 6:30 tomorrow. The Bobcats have lost 6 straight games, and Bowling Green is tied atop the MAC. Coach Saul Phillips has specific focuses to avoid a second loss to the Falcons this season, and it certainly doesn't involve his guys feeling sorry for themselves.
Absolutely can't just say, well, they got hot and we can't do anything about it. That's a helpless feeling. So what can we do better to maybe disrupt them from shooting in rhythm, or, how can we make it a little more difficult for them? And that's what we focused on.
I reserve my weekly prediction, which I call Blake's Take, for Ohio's softball team. The Cats will make up 2 games scheduled for last weekend. I'm predicting a sweep. On doubleheader days this season, Ohio is 5-1. To make it 7-1, they'll have to go through host Southern Illinois and Evansville, who are both supposed to play Ohio at Chattanooga Frost Classic last weekend. The Bobcats are batting .306 this season, and I predict the hits just keep on coming. As a player, my coaches told me to do my job, but go for that one extraordinary play, that one moment that will stand out. 3 guys got that same message tonight, and they delivered. Here are tonight's top plays. And this poor Miller defender wants to have a conversation with Trey McNichol. Trey just says, talk to the hand. Peyton Stevens manning the Waterford drive. Over the middle to George Pandelitis. Hard name to say, hard catch to make. Now, if the fastest route from point A to point B is a straight line, and point A is where Jaquan Harris catches his football, you're about to see the fastest straight line to point B, the end zone. Gio Thomas, the long ball, and Omar Porter with the long arms and the definition
of mossing the defender. Quarterback on quarterback crime. Peyton Stevens with a huge hit on the side of the East quarterback. Watch it one more time. Chillicothe is going to have to weather Caleb's storms for the rest of the game, and on 4th and 2, he stays on his feet, turns out 6 yards to keep that drive alive. Isaiah Fish, I know your coach is telling you get 2 hands on the ball. I don't think that's quite what they had in mind. Taps this one back to himself in midair. Fly, Eagles, fly the opposite direction. Doing his best Antoine Randall L impression, a double reverse pass. Looks off the safety, sets his feet, and drops a dime. Remind you, this kid is a receiver.